You've come this far, but the bridge is broken.
There's no way you can fix it.
What do you do now, Senua?
What is it?
What does it see?
Get closer. Be careful.
It's not safe.
Trust us.
What does it see? Where are we?
What is this?
It's the same. It's another world. It's lighter.
That's nice.
The bridge.
It's not broken.
It's fixed.
What happened?
The bridge is fixed.
Let's cross it.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Baldur. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Baldur dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Baldur's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Baldur's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
Dillion is in there.
Don't forget.
You can feel it.
Feel his presence.
You need the runes to fight.
Dillion.
You need Dillion. He's waiting for you.
He always said he would wait.
He's close.
It's about
Feel it's close.
He loves you.
Calling you. Dillion. Dillion, we're here.
Dillion.
We're nearly here. The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It's not safe.
Dillion.
There he is.
There he is.
What are you waiting for?
Quick, find a way.
Find him.
Go through.
Before he disappears.
Dillion, don't lose him.
Where is he?
Where's he gone?
We're in the wrong world.
He's not here.
She's in the middle as well.
He's not in this world.
He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world.
the dark.
The dark world. The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillion taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of color stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Baldur, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Baldur's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" "I did not ask the mistletoe," Baldur's mother confesses. "I thought it was too young." Oh dear.
He was the only one that really loved her. He did love her.
Senua, you've got it.
Why isn't he here?
He's gone.
He's in the dark world.
He's gone to the dark world.
You're in the wrong world.
He's in the other world.
The dark world.
Without you.
Remember, Dillion? Do you remember? Do you remember the sound of his voice? He's the reason she keeps fighting.
Didn't she listen to me? She thought she could fly.
There he is. Where are you taking us?
He's up there. You're cursed. There's a way. There is a way up there. Find the way. She can do it. You're nearly there. Just find the way. Do you know? Was it worth it?
You're still alive and Dillion's dead. He doesn't deserve to be dead.
How does that
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking pollen. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
You kill the things you love with your curse.
You kill the things that are most precious to you.
You deserve to.
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea, and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Balder's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
Dillion doesn't know who killed him, but we do.
him with your love because he believed in you. Do you feel safe? Dillian loves you. He was the only one that didn't mind the curse. He loved her so much.
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Baldur return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Baldur stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Baldur, weep him out of Hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they found in a cave. Baldur was never my friend, she says. Let Hell keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
He's the reason she's alive at all. You broke him, you killed him. I couldn't see the darkness within you. The curse crossed. Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillian, her future. Two realities tearing at her soul. He's the reason she keeps fighting. Dillian saved you. Dillian cared for her like no one else has. Dillian's the only reason she's still alive. Dillian undoes the curse. What does it feel like to feel a love so strong? The curse. What does it feel like to feel a love so strong? What if they're all about wasting your time just delaying? Do you think she'd by minute? What does she think she's doing? You're special. She thinks she can. They mean nothing. Gods are just playing. What if the gods are laughing at her? Messing with her. It wouldn't be the first time. She looked what she knew best. She thought
looking at you. They take you no closer to Dillian. Dillian, you're letting this get in the way.
If they are trying to tire you out, to make you weak before the battle happens to the things.
Do you remember the way he touched you?
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Baldur's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his 2 sons and turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart. The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down, and turned these bonds to iron, and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face, so that its venom would drip onto him. Each time the venom drips onto Loki's face, he writhes in agony. The Northmen say that is the cause of earthquakes. A reminder, perhaps, that if even gods must accept death, then so must we.
He was the only one she could trust. Could she trust him? What if this is pointless?
What are you doing? Why did you think you could make this work?
You keep seeing runes. You see runes everywhere.
Everywhere. What if they're not real? What if they don't actually make sense?
The gods were lying. You think it makes sense, but really the gods are playing with you.
It makes sense in your mind, but it doesn't make sense in the world.
But it doesn't mean anything.
You're wasting time.
You're cursed. You'll succeed. So, quicker.
Curse.
And now the darkness is swallowing you both. Dillian!
Be very, very careful.
Dillian never much cared for the underworld, and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Zinbel. I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see, and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms, learned to see the world through his eyes. And slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel. You're going to fall, careful.
No, she's not. She's not going to fall. She's strong. She's steady. She can do it. You can do it, Senua.
It's your fault. He's disappeared. You've lost him to the sea. He's gone. You've lost him to him. He's gone to the water. He's drowned.
Senua, your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. So we fix them by taking away their sight. Would you give up the beautiful world that you, and only you, can see just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I love.
I left for the wilds to protect you from my darkness.
because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
Killing you would be too easy.
They're taking your memories to torture you.
They're taking you from the inside.
You're disappearing one memory at a time. Every time you remember, it disappears.
They're going to take everything.
They're not yours anymore.
They're going to take everything you have.
The memories are ghosts.
They belong to the gods, not to you.
They're eating you from the inside. They want to kill your soul.
They want to crush it.
They don't want your body, they want your soul.
They want your mind, and they're going to take it.
The memories were
I
yours.
saw
but
once a
they're the gods'.
plague strike northern lands of ice. It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember the like. Hundreds died. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and many older, and where dying mothers gave birth, the marks of the plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb.